Introduction of pointers. So we were studying pointers. In this video I am going to go deeper with the explanation of pointers, right? So first we will start with the things to be remembered about pointer, right? So as I have already told you that the pointer data type is related to the type of data pointer is pointing to. So suppose pointer is pointing some kind of integer variable, or this address stored inside the pointer is kind of for integer variable, then the pointer data type should also be integer. So you can see the example over here. Here I have declared x variable is float, but I am pointing integer pointer to it, then this can give me erroneous result, right? Now the next point is assigning an absolute address to a pointer variable is prohibited. So you cannot say that this pointer is having value 3802 or some kind of constant, right? You cannot assign absolute value. You cannot assign any address to pointer, direct address. Like you cannot say p equal to 34567, right? Why? Because in our memory, not every address is accessible. In some part of your memory, your operating system is stored. At some part of your memory, some important data of, like say for important kernel data is being stored. So you cannot directly access that memory location to store your variable. So you can assign it using AND or AND assign or some kind of variable that you can say that store the address of this variable to my pointer, but you cannot directly assign any value, right? Say, as I have said, any long number to my pointer, right? Now then after the point is accessing variable through pointer. So suppose you want to access a variable using pointer, how you can access this? So here you can see I have declared int a and b. So a and b are ordinary variables. Then I have declared one integer pointer, right? So I am writing p equal to address of a. So inside my pointer p, I am storing whatever address of a is. Then I am writing b equal to pointer b or asterisk p, right? So value I am assigning. So the asterisk p means value stored at pointer. Now p stores address. Suppose 1380. At the address 1380, what value is it? Right? So b will be having that value. So asterisk p means value pointed by p. Value pointed by p, not address, right? So here b equal to value pointed by p. So p is pointing a. So whatever value stored inside a will be same assigned to b. So this is how you can understand that. So here b equal to a. So this expression b equal to a can be written like this in form of pointer. Now here I have given one example. In this example I have written a equal to 4 into c plus 5. So this is one expression. Now value stored inside c variable is 5. And now I have created one integer pointer p which is pointing to c. How would I know? P equal to and c. So I know that p is pointing to c. So instead of this expression, the above expression, I can also write that b equal to 4 into value pointed by p, that is asterisk p plus 5. So both of these expressions are equivalent, right? Here I have given one another example, if you want to perform the example or this code, you can just pause the video and type this code inside your IDE and check the output. You will get some kind of output. So here I have specifically mentioned that what are some equivalent values. So if you encounter this kind of expressions, you can think about that. Now you will get some kind of output like this, but make sure that you will not get the exact addresses, because it may happen that whatever variable you declared will be stored at some other address in your system, but the format will be like this only. So this is all about the pointers. Now I would like to talk about the pointer expressions. What you can write simple variables as c equal to a plus b. In similar way, you can also use pointers in expression. How you can use pointers? So if p1 is a pointer and p2 is a pointer, say p1 is pointing to variable a and p2 is pointing to variable b, then instead of c equal to a plus b or sum equal to a plus b, you can also write asterisk p1 and asterisk p2. That means value pointed by p1 plus value pointed by p2, which is having similar expression as sum equal to a plus b. You can also do multiplication by them. You can also perform production by using brackets. Then you can write value pointed at p, and if you want to add plus 2 inside the value pointed of p, like we are doing a equal to a plus 2, right? So instead of that, you can also write pointer p equal to pointer p plus 2. That means value pointed by p will be added with 2, right? Also you can write expression using division operation, and then you can also add constant 5 over here, as you can see the expression. So these expressions are valid in terms of pointers. Now what is allowed in C and what is not allowed in C? So if you want to add integer value in pointer, that is p1 plus 2 or say p1 plus 1, it is allowed. Suppose you want to subtract some value from pointer. So suppose address is 1380, you can add or subtract some constant values, right? Then you can also subtract one pointer to another pointer. So suppose p1 is carrying address 1380 and p2 is carrying address 1382, then you can do p2 minus p1, that is giving me one element, right? 2 bytes will be given, like 1382 minus 1380, that means 2. So it will give me some kind of value, right? So it is allowed in pointers. But what is not allowed? You cannot add 2 pointers, and you cannot divide 2 pointers. You cannot multiply 2 pointers. Why? Because when I'm adding 2 pointers, say 1380 is one address, 1382 is another address, I am adding, so I will get answer to 26 and something like that. So that address may or may not be accessible by me. I have already mentioned that some memory location will be stored, occupied by OS or some important kernel data. So you cannot directly access the address. So by adding some pointers, you are not allowed to access that addition, right? So that's why addition, then multiplication and division is not always possible. Some students used to perform the practicals and say me that ma'am, I can easily add 2 pointers or subtract 2 pointers, but these pointer expressions are not valid. It may happen that it will run correctly in your system because whatever address you are getting as addition will be accessed by you or will be allowed to access by user, but it may happen that the same address is occupied by OS in some other student's system. So these are invalid expressions of pointer. Now scale factor. I would like to talk about scale factor in detail. So whenever I am adding p1 equal to p1 plus 1, what exactly is going to be happen? So what exactly the scale factor is? So I would like to write it down in my white pad and explain the scale factor. So let's go to my white pad and we'll see that how exactly pointer and the scale factor works. Right, so let's go to that. So right now we are inside my whiteboard. Now here, what exactly the pointer is? Suppose I have declared int x, which is ordinary variable, and here I am writing x equal to 10. So it is said that one memory location, say 1318 is the address, 1380 is the address which is labeled as X, and inside that X I am putting value 10. Right? Now I am declaring another pointer. So if I am writing int P or int asterisk P, it will understand that this P is kind of variable only, but this P stores address. Right? How it will know? It will know that by seeing this asterisk, and that's why we are using this asterisk. Right now P is not currently pointing to any variable because it is just declared. We have not written any assignment or initialization. Now what if I want to declare or assign value P to to X? So how can I make P pointing X? How can I make that? If I am storing this address to P, how can I store 3080 over here? By writing that P. So this is P itself. P is carrying value address of X. That means this is called address of X. This is how I can assign this value to P. Right? So this is how I can assign this value to P. Now P is pointing to X. Now P is pointing to X. Now suppose I am writing asterisk P, or say I am taking, let me erase this, or let me write something. Now I am taking another variable int B. So one variable B is created which is currently having some kind of garbage value. Now I am telling it that B equal to asterisk P. Now please pay attention to this asterisk P. So this asterisk P means value pointed by P. Which value is pointed by P? P is pointing to value 10. So now this means B become 10. Right? So please make sure that you understand the difference between asterisk P and this AND sign. Please try to understand the difference between them. Whenever you are saying P is a pointer and you are assigning this value, that means you are dealing with this value. But whenever you are simply writing P, simple P, that means you are dealing with this value. Make sure that you understand the difference between these two. Right? So now I am going to talk about the scale factor. So let me erase this extra terms and I will tell you what exactly this scale factor is. So what exactly this scale factor is? Suppose I have taken int A and B, then int pointer P. Right? Now that means if A equal to 10, so here, and P equal to address of A, that means P is pointing to A. What exactly the scenario is? Here A is there which is having value 10. Suppose it is a memory location 200. I am just saying 200, I am just assuming this. I don't know the exact value. And P is pointing to this A, and inside P this 200 will be stored because it is address of A. Right? So this is the scenario. Now suppose I am doing, after this code I am doing P plus plus. That means I am doing P equal to P plus 1. Then what exactly this 1 is? Is P become 201 now? No, this is wrong. P will not become 201 by doing P plus plus. Then what will be the value after this P plus plus? So let me explain it. If here you are doing P plus plus, it will be exactly 202. Why 202? Just pause the video and try to think over this. Why 202? Because P is not ordinary integer value. P is address. So whenever you are incrementing it or whenever you are doing P equal equal to p plus 2 or any kind of assignment operator, at that time it will not add this constant, but it will add 2 into size of int. Here int because p is type of integer. Here p is type of integer, that's why it will add 2. So if I am doing p equal to p plus 2, then exactly it is adding 4 over here. Here I have done p plus 1, so here size of integer is 2. So it was doing 202 over here, right? So I hope you understand this difference. So now what if, let me just let me check your ability to let me check if you have understand this or not. So what will be the answer? Just pause the video and tell me the answer over this, whatever I am writing right now, right? So suppose here I don't know what is the value, so let me just erase this, and I have written that float x, or say float a. So now a is type of float, then I'm taking float pointer float p is pointing to address of a, and this is the similar address. Now what will be the answer if I am doing p plus plus? What will be the answer? You can also do p plus plus and printf address of printf address of a now, or value inside p now by using %u and check what is the answer. So if you are doing p plus plus, what will be the answer over here? So the answer will be actually 204. Why 204? Because p is currently having 200 value into 1 into size of float, which is 4. So answer will be 204. So this is about the scaling factor. So from this I can say that integer will be having scaling factor 2, character will be having scaling factor 1, float will be having scaling factor 4, and double will be having scaling factor 8. So if you don't know these values, you can go through my data type videos. In my data type videos I have mentioned that what is the size occupied by that particular data type. So this is all about the scaling factor and pointers. One more thing I would like to talk about in my whiteboard is the pointer expressions, or the thing I have told you that these expressions are valid, these expressions are invalid, and why, right? So I would like to talk about this. Suppose I'm having two pointers, I'm having two values a and b, right? And p1 is pointing to a and p2 is pointing to b. Here inside this value is 10, value is 20, and suppose this address is 200, this address is 300, and my OS is on address say 500, right? So my OS is stored inside my address 500. So my address 500 is occupied. Now inside P1 value is 200, inside P2 value is 300. This is how you can declare pointers and variables, right? So now what if I am doing P1 plus P2? So I am doing P1 plus P2 directly adding two addresses, which is not allowed, is giving me answer 500, but this 500 is not accessible, so I cannot write this, right? Similarly for P1 into P2, because I don't know about the address, it may or may not give you an error. Now another thing I would like to talk about is P1 minus P2, which is allowed, right? So P1 minus P2 is 100, or you can also do something like say P1 plus P2. This is allowed. Why? Because this means value pointed by P. Value pointed by P is nothing but this 10. So this is 10 plus 20, which is 13. Answer is there, right? So you can also assign that 1C equal to value pointed by P1 plus value pointed by P2. So this is how the expressions are. The expressions which are not allowed by pointer is multiplication, division and addition, right? You cannot add two pointers, multiply two pointers and divide two pointers, but you can subtract pointers, P1 minus P2. Basically when you are dealing with array, so in the next video I am going to talk about pointers with an array. So at that time I will tell you that why why subtraction of pointers or addresses are possible, right? So till then just be curious about that. I hope you understand this concept and you enjoy this class. If you have any doubt, you can comment below in the comment section and ask me. See you in the next class with the pointer practicals. Thank you so much.